The very day that content was aired on social media, I actually got as in much number of taggings to that post. And then a lot of people actually summoned courage as much as sending them to my WhatsApp inbox message. I can actually show you that I got over 15 people sharing those videos with me, right? And this have actually escalated a lot because the major issues here is the fact that a lot of people, do I say that you shared this? Okay, first question I asked one of the guys that shared this was, what is the reason behind you sharing this with me? And he was like, okay, I was just trying to call your attention to news making round the media about your field. Then I was like, do I look like a realtor who actually sell with stuff like this? Because of course, I've always tell even the young realtors coming behind me, I will tell them, what this market need from you is value. And there is one thing about people coming to you. These people coming to you are coming to you for value. Now, when people approach you, the way you carry the conversation, the way you carry yourself towards your transaction is what determines the next line of action they take with you. Let's take, for instance, a client reach out to you. The day he scheduled a meeting, you arrived at this meeting, you are dressed in a way that you came for something different, right? Or maybe the way you are handling authorities in such events is what defines these people with you. Now, the question is this: is this really the case when it comes to real estate industry? We have a lot of realtors, female realtors here, because I'm not talking about realtors in general, because she said 95% of female realtors are into runs. Right? That what they do is to use their body to get clients.
How did she do the stats?
Get that high percentage,
because
right?
That means that almost everybody.
We just have 5%.
5%.
She just exempted just 5%. And that
Which
is
the very insignificant.
As it is too small. Like, it means, because around the world we have women doing a lot in the real estate market now. Currently, if you go to Abuja, Lagos State, Delta State, Anambra State, women are moving the market. We have a lot of women moving this market, right? And you want to tell me that all the energies, if I tell you how many courses, both internationally and locally, I have sat down, take time. There was a time I was offering a course that was an international course on real estate. I would be awake by 3 a.m. to take this, because our time with that of Los Angeles is not the same, right? We have to be awake by 3 a.m. And when I have put through myself through these measures to get this value, somebody is coming to tell me that all I do is to use my body to get clients. Of course, one thing I tell people, if you want to buy landed properties from me, I feel you should spend at least 1 hour in my page or my timeline. You will get values so that when you come to inbox, you know what we are talking about.
Would you have attended to be part of such a podcast where they're telling you that your sector is in such a situation?
Okay. Let me align with Ify here. If actually when they wanted to set up that podcast, right, they had a CEO and a female realtor.
Okay.
Right? If they had a female realtor,
you think those people want to come?
Of course. If they invited me, I would like to be there. Because actually, leaving the fact that this particular one came from a platform, a lot of people have this particular mindset. So if a female realtor was there, this female realtor will actually do what I am doing now.
Okay.
The moment this lady throws up that 95% of female realtors sleep with their clients, right? At that point, I stand there to clear her immediately. Okay. Because, let me come to a young girl.
Because that guy was not, there's a way a journalist, if he was neutral, I would say, somebody cannot make such a sweeping and you just let it slide. Right? Yes. So I would have thought that a proper journalist would say, you don't make that. What are your facts? That would have made it more.
God bless you. Knowing the kind of society we are in today, and because we know how fast social media fly negative news, right? He is supposed to know that at that point, if this girl was coming, if the said or masked Naomi
yes,
was somebody Chinwe was representing, I expected at that point he needed to bring these two people because he already had this story before they aired it, before they recorded it, because the show was pre-recorded, right? Before they recorded it, they had the opportunity to add these people. Yes,
to edit.
Of course,
yes,
to bring.
So he could have removed things that would generate this controversy.
That is all.
Yes.
And if there was, for instance, he was very close to Honorable Gabriel that just left here. If he shared this with him, and Honorable Gabriel will say, okay, I want to be there, I want to clear this. He cleared a lot here, right? And I am a female realtor. I have been in this field. There are young realtors. There are many students who are into real estate currently, learning, building, and trying to help themselves financially. Now, some of these young girls, their parents, their sponsors, some of them are married. We have married people in the real estate sector. This have actually affected many of them. Families are calling their daughters to stop
putting
this.
A moral question.
You get on female realtors,
yes.
Right? So for every sane family would not want their child to be in this particular part.
Okay.
At a point, he came out and said that this show was scripted. In the same video where he said that this show was scripted, he still said that this is a story of unmasked, Naomi, that we don't know. Okay, somebody told the story, and Chinwe was brought to represent it.
Okay, that means the Naomi is the person, there is a Naomi somewhere who has a real story, you know, who did that research and got the 95%.
I'm not sure about research.
Wait, if the Naomi actually existed, that means what they told is a true life story.
Yes.
Without bringing, then how is it a scripted show?
So how is it scripted? The only thing is he was trying to absolve Chinwe. So that means if you're trying to remove Chinwe, that she just acted, you just have to provide Naomi.
It's that simple. That is where I am driving
at. Because seriously, I think that there's something to actually check here.
Sure.
Yes, to be sure what is actually playing out. Because now, the police has a lot of work to do, don't you think? Yeah. Don't you think?
Of course, if they should, if they should investigate this case thoroughly, like if it should be investigated thoroughly, the first thing is that Naomi should be provided.
Okay.
Naomi should be provided. Now, Naomi was a realtor who have sleep with many CEOs.
No, all.
Okay, all, sorry,
okay,
all. Yes, she was specific on CEOs. She said all. Now, realtors, a female realtor, she had a percentage, right? Now, she slept with all the CEOs. Then Naomi should be presented. Naomi should at least give them names of these people she have slept with, and this end the whole case. Okay. I have a team of realtors, and my team is dominated by female realtors. Now, the very day this particular program was aired on social media, I actually wanted to record a program with my female realtors. I wanted a roundtable conversation with my female realtors. Let's discuss the challenges we have encountered in the market and how we are able to navigate the whole scenario, right? And when I shared that on my platform, and a lot of people started calling, you don't bring yourself so low to the point that you want to argue with people like this. If you start trying to clear this, if you start trying to clear this, it will look like you are actually in this part and you are trying to defend yourself, right? And when the cause was much, I was like, okay, let me just let this slide. And now, if you just drew my attention to something, if Naya kindly just drew my attention to something different. And if I had done that, maybe it would have been more helpful to those young ones in my team, because I have many of them in my team, right? If we did that, it could have helped them more than it will to me, because I already have this number of clients that I have traded with. These people know how I do my things. Of course, if you are a client and you've done business with me, you understand how much I value educating you more than we having any other thing. So when you reach out to me as a client, I intend to give you more than value than every other thing, which make them place me in a different level, more than every other person. So I feel that the mistake I made then was not like recording that video and clearing for the sake of those young ones. in my team. Now, if you said she is actually doing it for the sake of
yes.
the Anambra,
yes.
and I feel at
It's
a point I was selfish.
Conscious.
There are a lot of things that are coming to social media that are not supposed to be on social media. We should have private things that we do behind social media.
And that's the social responsibility of every media house in the first place.
You get?
You know, to protect the social psyche, the public, protect them, because a lot of people are not discerning. I feel
for the sake of female realtors.
Oh, yes.
Our female realtors are doing a lot in the industry. In fact, when they say the future is female, they were actually talking about female realtors. These young ladies and women are putting in a lot to see themselves move, because real estate, while growing up, we see real estate as men's business.
Yes, of course.
And in this generation, women are taking steps forward to put themselves in the map. The society should not draw these ambitions back. A lot of us are here with passion. We have interest to put Anambra State, our communities, our families in the map. And we have chosen this platform to let all this out, right? Media houses should please look into this. Content creators, please, when next you are passing this kind of information, always know that you are creating damages in the life of a lot of people and their source of income, right? So this is all I have to say.
Thank you so much. And that is coming from Agupuisi Cynthia.
Yeah, land boss.
Land boss.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
One and only land boss.
Yes.